Nothing to do. Nothing to do. Nothing to do. What? Wait. Dude. What be an a host? Time for LAN tournament. Wait, I need background music. I forgot about that. Stream background music, no copyright. 12 hours of royalty-free background music. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, Lemmy.
What's up, Pod?
I'm just wondering, are you using like an overlay? I mean, a streaming software like OBS.
Yeah, I'm using OBS.
Oh, cool. Maybe it would be cool if you put in like what was that called again? You know, just the standing in the top right corner as a simple, how do they call, text GDI input source. And so then people, when they turn in, they see like who's doing how. You know
You
what I
mean
mean?
the point system?
Exactly.
That thing. Nah, I'm too lazy.
All right, don't worry.
I will probably what's called just copy the Matcherino thing, right, or something. I don't know. We will see.
Okay, I can help you casting soon, but I'm still at my lunch here. So
Sure.
maybe be back in like 5-10 minutes.
No worries, dude.
See ya.
This Jason guy. No, he demands proper quality. This is not gonna happen. I'm not gonna look at sense. God dang it. I'm just gonna randomly look around. You have to ping it to me, you know? In case you're watching. So I'll know where to look at. You know, it's pretty hard to like talk and look at player sense. So based on the players, we have like 5 players in there. I assume Pokebunny takes first spot. But he's like currently in Tier 2, right? What's up, Milo?
Hello. Good day, actually.
Good
At least for Europeans, I guess.
good afternoon, right?
Yeah, after.
Yeah. What's your prediction about this group?
Didn't really check it out yet. I actually think that Poke Bunny might take it over Wong.
Yeah, same.
If Wong has an easy position, it's gonna be very hard for Poke to take him out in sudden death, I think. But if it's like Poke Bunny sending to Wong, then Wong is gonna struggle a lot. That's my take. Other than that, who else do we have in the group? I didn't even check yet.
There's Yok, Chris, and Maya in there.
Oh yeah, Chris obviously is a big factor as well. And I think among all the fourth seeds, maybe except Tiki, Yok might be the best one out of them. So he's definitely not a non-factor.
I think Yok in a good position, like for example, when he's getting attacked by Maya, maybe he could probably like do an upset win because his like SD
Yes.
late game is pretty decent.
His late game is very solid. I guess it will depend on attack for him as well, because I have seen him struggle
Yeah.
on weak attacks in the past few weeks, and I'm not sure how much he has cleaned that up.
Like
And
for
yeah, we will see
example,
that.
when Poke is attacking Wung and Wung is attacking Yok, I could see
Yeah,
Yok
something
being
like
in a
that.
really decent spot when like Wung is in big trouble.
Absolutely.
But it really depends on attack, right? Like if it's I don't know, I think Yok's best tech is probably Crystal. If you get like a game of Crystal.
Which is pretty interesting, I think.
Could be
Crystal has
decent.
not been the best tech in the past few years, but recently has gotten a lot of popularity because of the buffs. I'm not sure if you actually started playing before or after the Crystal buffs, but I think there was like 2 or 3 patches where Crystal got pretty decent buffs in a row. Oh, Poke is actually streaming as well, I see. So
Triple stream, let's go.
we are gonna see Poke Bunny's point of view as well. At least anyone who wants to do that in the VOD, which is gonna be interesting to see for myself as well after the game.
Yeah, true. Same.
I will
Same for
surely
me.
check that out. So who is missing?
I think it's
Who
Maya.
was the 5th seed in this group?
Where's Maya?
Oh right, Maya.
Damn, it's late.
Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't show up, they will just have to play as 4.
I assume so.
There's no other way around it.
If it's a 4-player like dynamic, I feel like it's gonna be like Poke and no, I'm not sure. It's like 3 aggressive players and 1 defensive player. It's gonna be very interesting then, even though.
Yeah. As hard as it is to say that, I think Maya would mostly be a factor in how many lives he will give for free, or how much he will feed his defender. Because he's one of the very new players we got in the tournament, and I don't think that he is confident on most of the weak attacks. I would think that he is not bad on the metal hacks, but I would not be able to see him playing well on something like Room. And yeah, then he would influence the game in that way.
Yeah, I'm curious about that too. Like I rarely see Maya play, just in like a couple of pubs, but that's about it.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if he has played in-house games. I think he did play a few.
Yeah.
But
I just remember him over defending. That's about it.
yeah.
So I can't really tell how good
I'm
he
not
is.
sure if he's quite on the level yet to compete in in-houses.
So how long are we gonna wait? What do you think? Like another 5 minutes?
I'm not sure if we made any rule about that. I guess Jason would have to tell it, since
Yeah.
he's the organizer or the main organizer of the tournament. I mean, all the other players are here, right?
Aaron but Maya.
Rule is 15. Wong just said it. So we have 3 more minutes to wait for Maya. Yeah, he might have just forgotten it, right?
I mean, where's Maya from? I can't really tell.
I think he's NA, but I'm not sure.
Dang.
He was there yesterday, actually. So, like, I just searched for his name in Discord, and he did ask for the stream yesterday. So he is certainly aware that the tournament is going on.
Will all the games be played in NA? I wonder.
Do we have an EU player in there?
Yeah.
Poke is NA. I think Wong is in North America at this time as well, and York Naja.
Is he?
Where's he from? He's from Asia, right?
I think Wong is in Netherlands, isn't he?
Yeah, he could be. I'm not sure. He's traveling a lot.
Hmm.
I guess.
Welcome back. So we are still waiting for Maya, who
I see.
appears to not appear.
With regards to Yok, I think actually he has a pretty solid sudden death game.
Yes,
It's
he
more
does.
the problem that he tends to drop out before he reaches that. But when he can pull it through, he might actually be a factor in sudden death.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be very tech dependent for Yok, at least more so for as for the other 3 that we
Also
have
very
in the lobby
position
right now.
based. Like
Yeah,
when
yeah.
when as I said earlier, like when Poke is attacking Wong and Wong is attacking Yok,
Yeah.
this could be a very favorable position for Yok to probably like upset a game or something.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah, could be. Yeah. Also, when Chris is sending into Pokebunny, I think he might struggle. Chris has been packing out some big sends lately,
Yeah.
especially in Tier 3. And Wong is looking really sharp. Like, he never was the highest APM player, but what he does looks really good. I just saw a warm-up game from him against BBQ, where he pretty much did all the things right. It might just be that he could even edge out some more income, Pokebunny that is, against Wong if everything goes well. But Wong might be a bit more consistent right now.
I don't see Wong winning if Pokemon is sending to him though, especially on a weak attack.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think Wong's main weakness is being able to handle aggression while also not falling behind income and lives. Like if he's not that much under pressure, or if he's on a strong tech, then he's probably just gonna be the best player in this lobby, I think. But if he's on a weaker tech, he does have experience with weaker techs, but especially if he's on a weaker tech with a strong sender, then I think he might struggle and fall behind. So
basically,
my prediction is if we see a strong tech, then Wong is gonna be favored. If you see a weaker tech, then Pokebunny is gonna be favored to win.
Okay.
And Chris is somewhere in between. Chris is a very solid player, and yeah, if he has a good game, then he could edge out a win as well.
He's
and
definitely good for an upset.
I'm just gonna root for Yok then.
Yok
Yeah.
The underdog.
mainly when he's on a when we roll a decent tech, then Yok is gonna be in a solid position, likely to maybe even edge out a win.
I'm rooting for Yok getting more than 4th here.
Yeah,
but
that is certainly
it's gonna
possible.
be really hard.
Yeah.
Somebody would have to blunder.
And I do think that Maya is officially out now.
Okay. Too bad.
Well, I guess we have to wait for Jason, right?
We do have a replacement coming,
Yo,
according to Jason.
Nestorov, what's up? Rare streamer. That's true. That's true. Thanks for the sub, dude. Long time no see. That's true. Been some time, I guess. Is Windswept the replacement?
If he's
That
around,
actually
that would
could be the
great.
case, yeah. Windswept has been in tournaments in the past. Just similar to InVN from yesterday, he has not been that active in the past
Yeah,
2
sure.
or
Let's
3 months,
play with
but
Windswept.
he was a solid player in the last tournament. But especially since he's not... I don't think that he has a lot of practice at the moment. I
Hmm.
would not see him taking a spot above... It's very hard to see... for me, it's very hard to see him getting a spot above 5th there, even above Yok or whoever is gonna be on the lower rankings in this group. It's gonna be very hard to overtake them because all of the 4 other players are very solid and
Yeah.
have good practice at this time.
Windswept played a lot of games this season, but it was all at the start of the
Yes.
season, I think. So
Yes.
he was missing out on like 2-3 months or so.
Yeah.
And also, I think he's only comfortable with the Vault tech, right?
Yeah, I would guess that he can play something like Hurricane as well.
Mhm.
But yeah, similar to what I would have expected with Maya, I think if he sees something like Room, then he's just gonna
Yeah.
probably even die before tier 3.
So there's a 12% chance he makes it through to tier 3.
Yeah.
But it's
Basically
great he jumped in so quickly, so
Yeah.
I like that.
Reminder, we don't
Obviously.
call reroll. Okay. Reroll? Question mark? If you don't
Yeah,
know,
that's
you
right.
don't need to roll.
Absolutely.
Okay,
No rerolls
a
there.
good position
That's
for
Lich.
York,
Oh,
actually.
Lich, interesting.
Actually, a
And
good.
Pokebunny sending
very-
into Wong. Uh-oh.
We've actually talked
Uh-oh.
about this very position for Yoknaja.
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
he has a very solid shot here to take one of the higher spots in this game.
Mhm.
Lich, I'm not sure how confident he is on Lich, but it's certainly if he does the first box with the Maulers and Berserkers, then he's gonna be in a good spot, and I do think that he knows about that.
Yeah. And as long as he takes Gravedigger first, he's gonna
Yeah.
be pretty fine.
Which probably is the first tech for everyone in this game. It's a pretty easy one.
Nice. Let me check the ping. Alright, as observers you also have 0. I think what also is a factor is how quickly can Chris tear through Windswept and get to Pokebunny,
Yeah,
so that he can mount some pressure.
this is gonna
because-
be very important for Wong.
Yeah, because the
Yeah.
longer Pokebunny can just focus on his attack, Wong is gonna suffer.
Absolutely. So, Pokebunny actually the only one out of those 5 players to start in the middle. He has talked about that a lot. He
Mhm.
thinks it's not significantly worse, but it is worse than the start in the last box. And as we can see that he's actually even ahead in life now with 33.
Mhm.
So it did not appear to matter a lot that he's starting in the middle. And I think it's even a bit more comfortable having started in the middle for the later stages of tier 1, because you have your second box up earlier. He does lose a couple more lives
Leaking.
now though.
Yeah,
that's
Pokebunny is
actually a lot.
one of those guys who likes to like build his archers in the beginning in a way that they do not connect, but everything runs through.
Yeah.
And I think that's better at the very beginning, like the very first sense. But then
Yes.
shortly after that, it falls behind.
Yeah,
And that's what
he
Lich
just has
has
to
done.
close the gaps, and he's gonna
Yeah.
do that right now.
Yeah, I think in
The thing is,
Pokebunny's
he
maze,
just has some random towers after that cost him some money.
in the back, it's just not doing anything then, right? Because they have no
Mm.
uptime, toe uptime.
I do think it's a little... Oh, Windswept with the spiders already. That's actually
Alright,
very,
alright.
that's
Okay.
very
Windswept
impressive.
did not come here to just be some
yeah.
auxiliaries.
Full
Oh,
aggression on
Pokebunny
Poke.
is hating it.
Yeah,
Now this
not happy
changes a
about
lot already, if you ask me. Well, he's gonna be building archers into Oblivion. Pokebunny, very quick player.
But actually, for Spider Sense, it's actually very important to frequently hit them with your builder because your builder,
Hmm.
like Spiders, is one of the units that still can be hit very efficiently with the builder.
I think spiders and the skeletons are the most important ones to hit.
Wong is the
Yes,
first one with
I
the
would agree on
plague,
that.
with the 200 elemental.
Voe already on the plague well.
Yep.
Oh, and he might still leak some. Oh no.
No. No, he doesn't leak those. Yeah, that's a very early Plague Will, but it's not in a bad position. This Plague Will is gonna help out through the entirety of the next 10 minutes with its passive, so...
And he already has an income lead.
I'm very curious about the first grunt wave from Poke. How Wong is gonna hold that. I
Yeah.
believe
Yeah.
Poke is the first one
Let's
who's
see if
gonna
it
send
comes,
grunts.
He
because...
could start about now.
Windswept
if
is
this was a
already
1v1,
sending grunts.
Poke Bunny would have already started the grunt wave.
Windswept already sent grunts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably
Windswept-
that's the reason why we don't see
Mhm.
anything from Poke Bunny yet.
Windswept keeping up pretty well so far.
Yeah.
Also
It's
playing
actually
very
already
aggressive.
preparing his first box.
Yeah, and being super aggressive at the same time. I like that.
But Windswept is building archers in at the front of the first box, which is not a great sign because he absolutely needs to have Manglers in this position.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna suffer later. Probably he doesn't know how to play the tech.
Yeah,
I think we might see him just go for a ton of 10k Plague Fanatics and some Frost. Which is not ideal, of course, but perhaps he can get through with it.
so we see a thing that I've noticed from a couple of players. Yogg-Naja has built a 150 gold carver at the
Yeah.
front of his maze, and even a second one now, and I have no idea what this is about.
I don't know why that is either.
Yeah, I don't see the point in doing that at all. Like it's single target, heavy single target at the very front of the maze. I don't.
The problem so far in the front is that you are very likely to just hit some bad decoy units with
Exactly.
the hard towers. They should
Yeah.
rather be a bit further behind, where they
Exactly.
only hit the big units.
There's a send on Windswept.
But he does have quite a good mix of eyes.
Oh
and
yeah,
purples.
big shade wave from Chris into Windswept.
Ooh, yeah.
So
Ooh,
this is
nice.
where Windswept will fall behind now.
Yeah.
That was a dedicated.
Yeah, and we can already see in the income a lot.
Yeah.
And Wong is holding Poke Bunny quite nicely so far.
Yeah.
I guess you can also contribute this to the aggression of Windswept a little bit.
Definitely.
How do you
since,
feel about an early cannon tower against those mud columns?
I think it's very good. I do
Okay.
think that with Lich, you can even use that cannon tower later on and upgrade it to 5 or even 25k to deal with turtles and geomancers.
There's a big send on
Yeah.
Wong now.
Yes, but I think
That's fine.
he does have the 800 fountain already, so he's not gonna struggle with those, and he even does upgrade the gunners
Yeah, he's more than fine.
to be very safe here.
Maybe even slide over defense.
There's also a send over Poke right now.
But
Yeah,
Wong
But he's also
also
doing fine.
only 33 lives. I mean, it's not that much. They must be very concerned about not leaking anything.
He is very ahead in income in compared to Poke only, which is super important.
Chris has also
in
taken
value,
a
I mean,
bit of an income dip.
value and income.
Now we have a big shade wave from Wong into Yogg-Naja. Might get through a lot.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna leak quite a bit,
Wong is gonna
which
leak
is
a couple.
super important for Wong. Like
That's
this
like
could already
-20.
be a deciding factor in this game. Wong at 52 lives, Yogg-Naja, he's gonna steal it to four more lives even. So
23 lives. Holy snap.
yeah, and I just don't see what Yogg-Naja is doing here with the carvers.
Yeah. Also, I think it would already make quite some difference in Yogg-Naja's maze if he just filled that empty spot in the middle so
Yeah.
that the knights have more running time, because that's where all of his big towers are.
Yeah, you can just put archers there and they would have some value even if they don't deal any DPS. Yeah, and Yognaja is struggling a lot, even a lot more than I would have expected. But it does not look like he knows the first box tech here. He even upgrades the Berserkers there.
Yeah, those should be crushers.
I mean,
Yeah,
they
there are
could
quite
be...
some knights in
they-
box
Oh,
three.
yeah.
He's probably gonna leak.
He's gonna leak a
King Orcus.
lot if he doesn't
That's
upgrade
very-
those. Oh snap!
That's very frustrating for him.
That's at least 10 lives.
He did get some lives back shortly before that, but yeah. So those Berserkers that Yognaja built, they could be decent as long as he builds the first box and gets some AoE in front. Then they could be okay.
Yeah.
But as of right now, they are just very useless, I think.
Same.
And it's a lot of invested value in those Berserkers and Carvers. You see a
I
lot
like-
of knights in Windstorm's maze as well.
Yeah.
Yogg is
Oh,
looking
that's
to
a lot.
leak some income
He
there as
already
well.
has the Carvers.
He's trying
and-
to hold it with towers all over the maze spread.
Yeah.
Ooh, even more
He
lives
does
gone.
very little damage at the front of his maze, which I don't like at all.
Mhm.
And we can see right now that he does not know about the first box text.
There is also quite deep vengeful spirits in Chris's maze.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
he has
They
berserkers.
will be held mostly, yeah. I must
Yeah,
say, I really like how Chris maze looks like. That's how you would expect it
Yes.
from Lich.
You can see that from Poke Bunny as well. Wong's maze
Oh.
also not bad at all.
Yeah.
Will he leak some shades? I'm curious about it.
Yeah, and Yognaja just now has
Yeah.
started to build a proper first box. I would like to see some ice drop in there, however.
Focusing on couple.
What was that? Oh, Berserkers.
Yogg is going for the berserkers. Let's see if they get through.
And now it looks like Poke Bunny is getting ahead in the income. He does have lower value than everyone else at this point, which could be attributed to Windswept just not keeping up an income and now has to income spam a lot.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Poke Bunny can just focus on his income and his aggression.
Windswept might have used his pulver a little too early, so
Yeah.
it got him behind himself.
However, Wong is still in a very decent spot. He has a lot of
Oh,
lives.
yes.
He can give up some to Poke Bunny even to save some income if he has to.
And if Wong manages to defend this nicely, he can sack in all of the lives from the other players up until Poke Bunny.
Yes. So Yognaja's maze is looking a bit better now. However, he does not upgrade his crushers in the front,
Mhm.
which I really would have liked to see there.
There are a couple of dragon
Uh,
spawns in Yogg's maze.
Yeah, those dragon spawns and Wind Riders are gonna be
I think
bit
he's
of a
gonna hold
cover
it.
for him.
Like the Black Fanatics are okay
Yeah.
against Dragon Spawn
Yeah.
and Wind Rider.
They do a
Ooh.
decent job, but he is behind in income.
Yeah, Windswept
leak.
is gonna leak. It looks like a leak.
Oh,
Yeah, that
Ah,
might
no,
be
Let's
those
see the
5Ks.
game for him. No, he upgraded.
No, no,
it,
no,
and
the
he
5K,
doesn't leak
they're
it
gonna
again.
hold.
He does leak it too. a few.
Just the edge.
But that was very expensive. That was 30k gold invested in the very back of his maze,
Mhm.
and the rest of his maze is mostly archers. So
Oh, and now Chris starts streaming in Voidwalkers. They might also get pretty far.
yeah, that's the absolute perfect send at this point. Maybe he should
Yeah.
have done it even sooner.
There are way too many archers in there. They do absolutely nothing in there.
I think Chris don't want to waste too much income for killing Windswept. So he's trying to like hurt
Yeah.
him in the way that it's most beneficial for him.
Especially with how far ahead Wong and Poke Bunny are in income.
Yeah,
We can see that Poke Bunny's maze value is very low at this point because Windswept is just focusing on defense.
Yeah,
that's
Chris
true.
is
Chris
Chris is
kept
foot
hard.
capped.
So Wong really has to hope here that Chris kills Windswept as soon as possible. And that is very possible as well with the Voidwalkers. And
But those
I
5Ks
think
will
Chris,
clear
even,
pretty
Chris
well.
might be income blocked here. pop blocked here, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, Yok got some life packs, which is very
Now
important for him.
Pokemon is sending big into Wong. He get like some Wind Riders through.
Poke has a very demanding lead at the moment.
Yeah. But he is behind in maze value, and Wong is
Yeah.
actually playing great so far. You have to say, like, he's almost keeping up with the income while being while having Poke Bunny as his aggressor, and Winsor is dead
Okay.
now, which is a super good thing to happen for Wong.
Yeah. And now it's can Yok chill a little bit for Chris so that Chris can set up an offense into Pokebunny
Yes.
if he wants to do so. Like at the time right now, we soon have Kobolds with some benches on top, might be pretty good.
If you look at the fronts of the mazes, then you can see from Chris, Poke Bunny, and Wong, all of them have the Manglas in place.
Yeah, looks very similar.
I think Chris should upgrade here with Z Turtles incoming. I think he should upgrade his artillery tower in the middle to an ultimate artillery tower here. Ooh, those dragon spawns from Yoknaja are gonna be an issue for Chris. He has to upgrade. But
Yeah,
now
he
it's
has
late.
too little damage altogether.
Yeah.
Oh, now, Yoknacha is going really hard on Chris.
Which
he
is
might
bad
pick
for
some
Wong
here.
again. But he's gonna get some lives back, which is important for Yok. Yeah, this is a very strong attack from Yoknaja.
Yeah, those are at least 10
Chris is
lives.
gonna leak so much. He has a lot of lives, but
Probably
he's
even
gonna be down
15.
to 30 after this.
That's a huge send.
Oh, Dragon Spawn's running through. I think
He
the
upgraded
issue
so
is that
much in the base.
his Manglers or like his Ogres are not upgraded enough.
Yeah. And now Yoknaja has to somehow get back in income.
Chris
He
added
actually loses
his
some
own
lives again.
Banshees.
Ooh, that's
Oh,
so
Wong
good.
on
stole a
Poke.
lot from from Yok.
Wong is in a very solid position.
Now even with the income lead.
Yeah.
But he's
However-
down in mace value a lot. Poke might be thinking about an offense soon.
Yes, he certainly is. There's gonna be a big Banshee wave from Poke Bunny soon, I think.
Poke might have teched already. Judging by how his mace looks like. Perhaps not.
There's another Banshee wave over Chris Mace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yoknaja is playing so aggressive, but he's falling so far behind from that.
And it makes Chris unable to put pressure on Pokebunny.
Yes.
But still, Wong manages to hang on with very little mace value. I think that speaks to how well his mace is.
Yeah. But there are a lot of Geomancers in Maze, and Wong
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah. There is the.
Now let's
shade,
see how well
image here.
Wong holds the Banshees. The answer is
he
not
does
really.
have to upgrade Gravedigger right now. or
Yeah.
it will weaken
The,
him.
the ogres had really bad hits on the Banshees. Like they were on cooldown and stuff. So
He
now
does
it's gonna
upgrade
be a
now.
mess.
He's gonna leak a lot here. It's 20
He
lives,
can
30.
leak a lot. That's not bad. But I think he should have seen that a bit earlier.
What? 27.
Yeah. Maybe a bit more even with those Geomancers still in the maze. He
But
upgrades
still-
a lot of Maulers there.
Milo, how do you feel about more liches against Banshees? I feel like they do pretty decent.
It's hard to tell because at the point where you want to build Liches, you also want to build Gravedigger, which is your DPS tower. So what I would rather do is have some ice.
Pokebunny leaking some Banshees.
That's because Pokebunny even upgraded that 25k Mauler for that.
Poke already have Grave Diggers. I think he's the
I
first
think
one,
you
right?
would rather build a few more Gravediggers and some ice discs over actually spamming liches. You want to spam more liches after you have enough Gravediggers though.
Before that, I like spamming the 4K ice. I think the Frozen Watch.
Yes.
I think they do really well. If
Yeah,
you
I do
spread
something
them
like that as
nicely.
well. The 4K or the 10K.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I'm missing from Yoknaja and Wong's maze there is the ice discs. I think they should have at least a couple in their mazes.
I like one at the very front, where
Yes.
all of the cannon towers are shooting first, so that all of the units get like an initial frost debuff right away.
Yes. And we
Yep.
can see that from.
Yogg currently is in big turtle mode,
Can we see that from?
like with 1.9 million value.
Oh
Yogg-
yeah. Yeah, Yogg already has the voltage and the Gravedigger.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not sure if the voltage is really needed here already.
Nah.
He's probably
He
just
just won't
Especially with
preparing
that low
safe.
income.
for when he
Yeah,
goes.
Wong
Yeah.
is so far ahead in income.
But it doesn't actually make him more safe, Yogg, because he falls behind in income.
That's
That
the
he's
Wendigo
even
main.
more under pressure.
That's the
Look
Wendigo
at
main
Wong's
sent.
maze though, he has
Oh,
crystal.
mass crystals. And he don't have the Gravedigger yet, I think.
He needs Gravediggers ASAP against
Yeah,
those
he
Wendigos.
absolutely- You can see those Wendigos are not losing any lives at all.
But he's slowing them pretty nicely.
No, he's not gonna kill them though. So
I mean, he
without
needs the
Gravedigger-
Gravediggers now if he wants
Yeah.
to hold.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does get some.
I wonder if it's
Might-
enough. I think he.
It might be too late.
Yeah.
He
Yeah, I
has to-
think to it was a little too late.
he has
Also, he has to
fire
focus
the-
those crypt
Especially
things.
with Crypt and Bench. I mean, Griffins on top, that's gonna hurt.
But he's holding quite okay. I think he's
Yeah.
gonna leak some of those Griffins. In theory, he does have the Shroom, but he does not have the Elemental Tower set up for the Shroom. So he
Oh,
will leak
Lich is
a-
OP.
Yeah, actually very good defense from Wong here. He's gonna leak
Yeah,
three Griffins from that attack. That's pretty good.
that was clean.
And he is not. He did not fall behind and income too much from that.
Now the question is, can Chris ever pressure poke with Yogg still aggressive sending into
Yeah.
Chris?
Chris
think
certainly is in a tough spot here with Yogg being so aggressive towards him. And there's,
think-
as I say that, there's Wendigos coming from
Yeah.
that matter.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, not so many. And they are pretty clumped up already. Chris
Yeah.
might do easy work on those.
Yeah, they are already down to 0 armor. At least some of them.
And also, Chris has the Shroom setup already.
Yes.
Yeah.
So his defense looks tight. He
Yes,
might
absolutely.
actually gear up for a big A-bomb send into Pokebunny. He does not have the voltage yet.
Not sure how successful it will be though, since
Yeah.
it's lit.
He does not have enough liches at the moment, but he can just upgrade a few more. And we actually see that Chris is doing an
Yeah,
aggressive
now
send right
Chris
now.
is going for a big send. Wendigo and Spirit Walkers.
Spirit
not-
Walker is his unit of choice, which is certainly not the worst choice. Pokemon even upgraded the Ultimate Wardens for that.
Okay, interesting. Oh,
The
Chris
reroute?
has-
Okay.
Fair enough.
Ooh, and we see mass Necromancers. Which
Yeah,
I'm not too sure of because we do have already the Warden in Pokemon's maze. So
I think the Necros will melt super hard by the Wardens.
yeah, but it forced a lot of upgrade from Poke. Like Poke
Yeah.
has the highest maze value right now, even if the Necros are all gonna die.
I think he needs Griffins now on top.
And
Yeah,
and
okay.
there's the Griffins.
Also,
But-
Poke has some sort of send into Wong's maze. I think Poke wanted to get an offense himself and then was cancelled by Chris.
And he still has to defend those Griffins.
Mhm.
He actually upgrades.
Oh.
Oh, he tanked so much for that.
Divine Shrooms, I see.
Yeah. But he knows he's in a very commanding position, and as long as he does not give up too many lives, then he is in a great position to win this game.
Mhm.
I'm very curious to see if
Oh, Yogg is
Poke is gonna
looking.
use Mountain Giants here. Ooh, I completely missed that.
Yeah. Those were some Griffins.
This is probably gonna be the nail in the coffin for Yogg Naja.
Yogg is probably gonna play very aggressive now for the rest of the game.
Yeah, this is super bad for Chris as well. But I don't see any unit getting through Chris's maze if he plays it properly.
Yeah, Chris set
He's
up
only
this-
Is Chris in a good position? I'm not sure though, because Yogg is gonna be very desperate for lives.
I just don't see how you would be able to steal lives from Chris. I think he's gonna try,
game.
but he's only one tech away from the Orb Keeper, and then there's pretty much no tier 3 unit that is able to get through this maze of Chris anymore. As soon as he does that. That being said, there's a lot of units very deep into Chris's maze as well. Oh,
There's
no,
another
You
send.
sure you mean
Poke
Grid?
Bunny.
into your not just maze, sorry. I
Ah.
was confusing the maze.
Also deep
There's some
into
Griffins in
Pokebunny's
here.
maze.
But it's fine.
Not just Griffins, yeah.
Yeah.
They're all gonna die. Pokebunny likes to keep his Maulers up until very late. He just sold them right now.
He's the only one, I think, that does that.
And in 1 minute we have Mountain Giants available, and Wong's front
Oh, okay.
is not that prepared. Now he starts right now to prepare.
I'm not the biggest
So-
fan of the emergency Mauler line. Like,
I like
This
the
time.
1 case, even
Yep.
slightly more than 1 line, but the 5 case I wouldn't get in the back at all.
I agree on that. I think the 1Ks are very decent, but the 5Ks are sometimes just necessary, but you don't want to invest in them in
Mhm.
general.
the better question is, will Poke Phoenix Wung? What is your prediction?
That
Oh.
depends on Wong's. Front. I think if Pokebunny sees that there is, we actually see Warbies from Pokebunny coming in.
Adams.
Now we
Warbies
have
every day.
MGs. Now we have MGs into Wong's maze. But Pokebunny
that's a
might just
very
want
big
to
send
disturb
from-
him a little.
From Pokebunny here.
He also needs those
yeah.
Orb Keepers ASAP. Also even more Grave Diggers.
We've got the War Beast and everything.
He probably does have to upgrade. Yeah, he just
Oh,
upgrades.
those
even more
are gonna be
Grave
big leaks for Wong.
Probably
Yeah, this
even
is
needs
gonna be
Sludges.
I think. Oh yeah, it's gonna be like 20, right? Ooh, that's
More. Oh. Or not.
big. Ooh, yeah.
The ice
that's
coverage
gonna-
isn't that good in there. Also, he needs
That's
Shroom
very.
soon.
Wong was in a very good position until right now, but now
Yeah.
it looks a bit dire.
The problem is he did not have his Orb Keepers up, even when the A-bombs were streaming through.
He was missing like one upgrade or two to hold 20 more lives there.
Will we see an aggressive Crescent against Poke Bunny early on?
Pokebunny is
early
on
shot
12
front.
million already.
Yeah, Pokebunny is in a super great spot here.
Yeah.
He has the highest maze value, the highest income, the highest lives.
Also going Moonbeam now, yeah. He wants to finish his maze so that he can get the big Shredder Wave going into Wong before he's ready.
Wong's maze does not look too bad either, though. He does have to exchange the Gravediggers, obviously, still, but
Mhm.
yeah, Pokebunny is certainly the most prepared here.
I think
the
Poke
endgame.
Bunny is already. It's like nearly done. It's
Yeah.
like.
Pokebunny
Oh,
only
Yok
has
died.
this... Oh, GG.
Ooh.
I think Chris might Phoenix Pokebunny's edge here because he only has it 2 line deep. And no
He will
only-
have 3 Shrooms, I think. Like, he has
Mm.
to upgrade 2 more towers there.
The Poke has a
Oh, makes
weakness
sense.
in there. There's like.
Wong already starting the Shredder Wave. And Chris is not ready at all. Like, he's just upgrading the Moonbeams now.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Doesn't even have the Sludges
Sludge,
upgraded yet
yeah.
in the back.
Also, Wung's maze is
And
not done
actually,
yet. He
Wong's
doesn't have
maze-
Sludges yet.
So a slight oversight from Pokebunny here. Wong does not have any Moonbeam, so the best option for Pokebunny at this time would be to just stack Shredder Sand into Wong, because there's no true AoE damage from Wong, except maybe the Crystal, but they are not gonna do great damage against Shredders. However, he's still gonna steal a lot of those Shredders, as we can see. They are already walking through. Yeah. But I think Chris is probably gonna die from this.
Yeah, it sounded slightly too late. He's gonna be there.
He's dead.
Yep.
Chris is dead. And good catch there from Wong to send the Shredder Wave early, take Chris out
Yeah.
and secure second spot. But getting first spot is now gonna be almost impossible for him. He's even easy to Phoenix at this time. He still doesn't have Sludges in some positions. He does not have any Moonbeam.
some 10k towers still.
Yeah.
But all things considered, I think Wong played really well. He just had a tough spot here.
Yep.
With Pokebunny having Windswept sent into him, that's pretty sugar.
I mean, that one last Abomination send from Pokebunny just secured him first spot. If he
Yeah,
didn't do
definitely.
that, then Wong would have had a shot at first here. But with that send, Pokebunny's just gonna take it.
It
And
was a really good attack with a few Mountain Giants, even a War Beast, and then just a huge A-Bomb send.
and still ending up at 4.8 million income.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wong is gonna get some lives back
Mhm.
here.
That's a good send.
It's a very
If
good
he
send from
can
Wong,
roll
actually.
with it now, Wong has
Ah,
9 million mace, 9 million gold.
It appears that Pokemon is gonna steal a lot of lives as well, though. So
But
actually,
Wong-
Wong taking the life lead now.
Yeah,
but he-
I think Wong might still. I have no idea how he's so well doing with half the mace value.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Wong's send is
he's
really,
gonna
really
lose.
good.
He's gonna lose 40 lives here, though. So
Yeah, he can't keep it up like that.
Yeah.
But what he did really good was rolling with the leaks from Pokebunny.
That's a huge
Although
leak.
Pokebunny now he's got the Devourers up and everything.
yeah,
I think this time Pokebunny will not leak much anymore.
That's 62 lives.
he's maybe even
Yeah,
gonna die
he's
from this
dead.
fight. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
dead. He's dead.
GG.
GG.
Yeah.
That was a very decisive commanding lead.
So I think Yognaja made like one or two mistakes too many here. He had a shot in this game just from the position, but he missed out on the first box tags here to upgrade the Manglers and the Berserkers, and in combination with the ice, that would have been very strong. He did pressure Chris a lot, who was then not able to pressure Pokebunny enough, so Pokebunny was able to pressure Wong a lot, and that ended up in securing Pokebunny the win, alongside with him just playing very solid throughout the entire game, obviously.
Well played.
However, Wong did also play a very good game, I think. He was in a very tough position. He made almost the best out of it, with exception to that one Abomination send in the very end, which I think he would have had a good shot at taking first here if that Abomination send was defended a bit more efficiently. Like, if he did some upgrades like 20 seconds earlier, then he would have probably defended all of that. Which is very sad to see for him, but he still got second place in a very tough position. So, great game from him either way.
So after game 1 we have Pokebunny first, Wong second, Chris third, Yognaja fourth, and Windswept fifth, which is pretty much according to the tier list except for Pokebunny and Wong switched around.
Yeah.
Now the
Yeah,
next
if he'd
game
make
is up.
I think Pokemon had a pretty solid position in this game as well.
Oh yes, definitely.
Windswept
was-
was very aggressive in the very beginning, but after he fell behind the income, then Pokemon was just able to catch all of that up again and was in a good position again.
Another question is, did they play last game on NA server?
I have no idea.
Ah, okay. I just saw this one is hosted on EU server. So
No, this
perhaps
is also NA. It's poker hosting.
it's also NA. Oops. To me it signaled like it was EU server when I joined.
That just indicates. I think Pokemon explained this once.
Okay.
That indicates the something about the Blizzard account or something like that. I'm not sure, but that does not indicate the actual server that is being used for the ping.
Fair enough. I'm not surprised by anything anymore at Blizzard at this point.
Yeah.
Be right back.
it's already starting. Didn't even realize. They are pretty quick on that.
Let's see.
So we have Poke Bunny sending into Yok with Leviathan. Wong into Poke Bunny. Chris, I think
Ooh.
this position is good for Wong, because if we see Windswept playing as aggressive as before, then Chris is not gonna be too aggressive towards Wong.
I think Yogg is gonna be in big trouble here.
Yeah.
Just
I
because
mean, he might have some free lives from Windswept. I'm not sure how familiar Windswept is with Leviathan. It was a very popular tech in the last years, so he might be familiar with it.
I would still say that this position is probably poker favor.
Yeah,
Um,
it could be. It very well could be.
What
He
was
could
the
have
tech?
a lot of free lives in front of him.
Yeah, it's not a good position for Wong here.
Chris leaking 4, Chris leaking 6, 7?
Ooh.
Stealing, not leak.
Already Wong with 33 lives. This
Yeah,
is
that's very bad for
such a
Wong.
fields Batman. Interesting how Poke is just defending with 3 archers.
Yeah, it depends on the first few waves. If you send them not stacked at all, then you can get away with 3 archers for a very long time. You use the builder efficiently, and Poke certainly does that.
For someone casual, it looks so random how Poke
It
is
looks
splitting.
like the AI, what Pokebunny is doing.
Yeah, it looks so random when you look at how Poke defends, but everything has like a structure
Yeah,
in it.
he knows the placement of every single one
Exactly.
of his towers. So this is gonna form up to be his initial maze shape very soon. And actually right now, as we see those skeletons coming in, he needs some carvers to defend those. He's gonna build like at least 3 or 4. And it's 5.
You think the carvers are good against the early skeletons?
Yes, carvers are very strong against skeletons. That's
Alright.
the main issue, the main reason why you build this diagonal carver line is to hold skeletons better.
Cool. I never saw... Well, I saw it, but I never did it like that. Only thing I do is when there is a big skelly wave, sometimes because I start in the back, also build the carver line inwards, you know, at the back to emergency hold.
Yeah, that one has to be... I actually try to avoid to build this line early on, but
Yeah, me
sometimes
too.
it's just necessary if there's a very big skeleton wave. But you can kind of preemptively build your maze a bit more towards the second box to even avoid doing that, which is more efficient in my opinion. We see the first Void Tower from Pokemon super early on, like at 300 gold, which is interesting to see.
What's the tech?
Leviathan.
Ah, Levy, okay.
Chris actually decided to build the Earth Tower first, which I'm not a fan of at all. I would rather
Yeah.
like to see a Crusher.
Yeah, no
Because that
earth
is
towers
limited Banshees.
for as long as
great.
possible.
Yognaja are building an Earth Tower as well. Like a single Earth Tower, certainly not the worst choice, but I wouldn't want to see more than that. As I said, I'd rather like to see some Crushers there.
I like the early void spread, similar to how BBQ does it.
Yes.
I also like
Where
the
you
early
just-
void spread. It's great.
You just spread void so hard that you're gonna hold anyway, and then try to get the income later. But crushers might also be good, like just a few, not too many.
Pokebunny actually just sold his first line of archers for some reason. I'm not sure if that was a misclick or if he actually wants
No,
to
he
rebuild
wants to
already.
rebuild
He actually
the
does
box
want to
too.
rebuild already, okay.
This looks like a misbuild, yeah.
Yeah, that one archer was a misbuild, certainly. There's another Voidling coming in for him.
Oh, Wang wanted to
Ooh.
exploit it with the big grunt. But Wang's scent might be... Oh no, it's actually walking... No, it's juggled a little.
Oh.
It's getting a lot of lives there from York.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we see Wong and Poke again with the income leap. As in game 1, those two have been the most efficient with their defense, offense, handling. Ooh, I think Poke Bunny's gonna leak a few grunts here. Yeah, that's quite a few. That's 7
There's
grunts
the-
for Wong, that's pretty huge for him. He's back to 41 with that.
Mhm.
I think Poke just didn't pay attention to those. They were pretty stacked back in his maze. And he could have built the cutter line.
Oh, never mind.
Probably
He's defending
option.
properly.
Yeah. And we see a Shade Wave coming from Wong and from Jizz at the same time. We do see the Crushers from Wong, which I really, really like. They already took out a lot of HP from those Shades. And now the Gunners should be able to clean it up.
He needs to invest quite a bit.
Wong's maze does look very strange, I have to say.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a horizontal maze from him.
Oh, is he gonna do the Omega thing?
Oh,
I hope
I'm
not.
not a big fan of that.
He's doing
No,
the
not
Omega
at all.
thing. Yeah, he's doing the Omega thing. It looks
Oh my
like
god.
Mm.
full on aggression. Let's go.
I really hope that this will not be the case, because that would mean that he essentially gives up the late game.
I mean, what's even the reasoning behind building the lines like that?
There's some attackers in Wong's maze. Hmm.
That's funny.
More shades from Chris are not doing much. I think we are settling into that relaxed stage now with the Levy tech, because the maze value is higher than on other techs, so not many leaks.
Yeah, we could see some leaks from stacked Knights and stacked Vengeful Birds.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but after that, you're pretty safe. If you micro it correctly. I could
There's a
still
couple
see
of
some
units in-
windswept
And
leaks in
Windswept
here.
back there. I think he's gonna leak some of those.
Yes.
It depends if he upgrades.
Maybe the crushers will hold.
Windswept Tower is certainly doing better for himself compared to last game at least.
Definitely.
But still not in the greatest spot here going forward. Especially since he's gonna leak 7 lives here. Which is important for York.
Windswept has also already started spreading the 800 Voidalisks, which are not really doing much at the moment. So they're not helping him to take the pressure from Yok.
York sends trolls very early on. I think this will also be a couple of leaks.
To me, right now is the time when the Earth becomes pretty good actually against the Vengeful and the Berserkers. Maybe
Windswept is
get,
gonna
like,
leak
8
couple
Earth.
here.
Yeah.
Windswept is gonna
Gonna
leak
leak
a lot of
more.
trolls.
If York. So
Even
what
a
York
couple of
has to do
grunts.
here actually is exploit Windswept for some time, get ahead in lives, and then just income spam into Chris. So that Wong can pressure Poke Bunny. That would be the best game plan for York. He obviously doesn't know who's sending to who, so he doesn't quite see that, and he's already down quite a bit in income.
Pokebunning is cruising away on mace value. He has a great Voidalisk spread.
Chris very far behind in base value actually. He does not have any 800 volt spread at all.
Yeah, it's a very late void
We are
spread.
probably gonna see that hurting him right now.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
He has to upgrade Berserkers here in the back, probably.
For sure. Probably even some watchtowers.
Oh, he built a lot of earth, which is not bad.
I like that.
Yeah, it
Maybe
works.
one
Yeah.
4K Thorn.
Those knights are gonna get cleaned up, I think.
He still needs a couple of maulers, but he's kept.
Gonna just one life here, maybe 2 or 3 more.
Ooh, that was
Oh
close.
my- yeah.
Maybe one Thorn is not too bad.
I'm not the biggest fan of that. You don't really need it early either, right?
I like it against, like, when he tries to steal life with the trolls early, like say 8k income or something. You can pick up like 3 squads if the Thorn is nicely positioned. And besides that, just a lot of avalanches, because they deal also great damage to the Vengefuls.
For me, so far, it looks very clean game from Poke. Based just on how many 800 voids he already has.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He has
Er-
he almost has the highest mace value and the highest income
Yep.
Yeah.
by a good margin even. So very solid game from Poke again.
And
Yeah, the
his
4K
slasher at
Thorn.
the very front is already telling what's going to happen. He's just going to stack Levy there and hold
Yep.
everything.
Yep. With the Wui strat.
Vincent actually has the same 2 lashers in the same
Uh,
position.
Windstep
Nice.
is here. What happened to Maya? I think he just he didn't show up. So Windstep showed up. Hey Joe, what's up? Long time no see.
Imagine.
Long time. Hmm. Wong is fine here. Poke is just having a blast here, man. I'm not a pro, but I'm decent, I guess. I would say I'm decent in line towers.
You know what might be a reasoning for why Wong built like that in the beginning? Perhaps he wanted to farm the voids. You know what I mean? He spreads them and then he sells them to get a net positive income, and then he just redoes the front box.
I know what you mean. I'm not sure if that's actually efficient.
Me neither, but I was thinking about it sometimes. If you have
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
infinite APM, you can make some gold with it.
How do you feel
Yeah,
about those ogres, those bashers, when playing Levi? Those manglers. Do you think manglers are needed when playing?
No, not at all.
Only
Leviathan.
the
Leviathan
crushers.
is like a raid AoE tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
14. You don't need those manglers. They're not terrible, but they are certainly not needed in my opinion.
Yeah. If you
What I
if you
would
micro
like to see a
properly,
bit
you
more
can.
of from Wong is having some more Scorpion Earth in the back, like the 4K or the 10K. That would really help cleaning up this position.
Yes, there's avalanches in his
The-
back.
He already has the Mauler set up, but I would have rather like to see the 10K Scorpions rather than the Maulers.
I think he's fine here. He has two lines of
he's
maulers.
gonna be very fine with those Maulers. He built them earlier. I think he even upgraded a bit more right now.
Milo, yeah, I know, right? Maulers are great, dude.
I hate Maulers. I don't hate them. I don't think. I think they are sometimes necessary, but you should never have to rely on them.
I'm not the biggest fan of those thorns in the back.
York is so far down in income.
York is going to tell. He probably needs those 5k, yeah.
He
Oh
absolutely
my
is not
God.
used to pop money sending to him. This is there's no way that he can come back from this income deficit.
Yeah, it's 50k difference. This is a rough spot for him. And York is not gonna income spam. He's just gonna like keep on aggressive.
Yeah, he's already halved the income of Pog Bunny. And
Yeah.
Pog Bunny snowballing ahead. Like he has the same mace value as Wong, but 10k more income, 15k even. York Naja with double the mace value, half the income. And Windswept actually having a very decent game here. Obviously, this is also a bit due to Yogg-Naja not having the greatest game here. So Windswept,
Pokebunny. He just
Windswept
keeps
actually has a
income spamming.
yeah.
I
Oh my
think
god,
Poke
yeah.
can chill a little bit and just income spam for quite some
Windswept
time
getting
now.
10 lives from Chris here is huge for him as well. So Windswept has a very good chance of hitting 4th place here, I think. Because Yogg does not appear to be in a very good position here. He does have some lives, but they are gonna disappear very soon with this kind of income. Pokemon just having a blast, like he's
Big
just playing very
Banshee
solid,
Oh.
very
into
efficient.
Wong.
He needs some taunts.
He does have a few Earths, and he does have the 5k models, but he's certainly
it's
gonna
fine.
leak a few.
Yeah, it's a few.
Oh, that's urgently needed from Chris to get some more lives.
Yeah, absolutely.
But now Pokebunny has like a huge demanding lead.
A player's forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
It's a 50k difference though.
I think we can already predict that we are gonna have a 30 points player in this group again. Depending on how the last game goes, because this game appears to be in Poke's hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really hope Poke gets a bit of a worse spot, maybe Chris sending him, and then the last 2 games.
Yeah.
That
He
would make
did,
it
he
much
did have
more
a
exciting.
solid position in the first and second, certainly.
Yeah.
However, as I already mentioned, I think Wong was in a decent position this game as well, and he still is, kind of. He's on a
Yeah.
good he's on a good way to take 2nd place at least here.
The better question is, who's gonna go out first?
Yeah, it's probably gonna be Yogg-Naja.
Yogg, I think so too.
So Windswept is actually not gonna have 3 5th places here.
But if Pokebunny keeps spamming, he might decide to just keep Yogg-Naja alive because he's not under any pressure, just to get even more income.
There's a big send from
Windswept.
Windswept going on, but Chris is cleaning it up pretty efficiently with the,
Also, he has
with
some
the life and-
scorpions.
and the slow already up.
Yeah, they're not gonna get far.
Probably needs. No, he does not need any focus fairy.
He overdefended a little bit.
He
Yeah.
got into Scorpion now, which is okay at 350k.
Yeah, it's pretty late actually in my opinion.
Yeah. With Levy, you can drag it out for quite some time.
Yogg-Naja losing, actually stealing a few more lives here with Death Revenants, which is interesting.
Wong's Crypt Fiends are working quite well in Pokebunny's maze.
Yogg
Oh,
is
yeah.
doing all
Pokebunny
that work.
chooses to leak them, I think.
Ooh,
Ah,
He's not ready.
it's gonna be very close here.
he needs way more scorpions.
Yeah, he's gonna
Ouchie.
lose a
That's
couple,
a-
but he has so many lives. This is gonna be like 10 lives. So
Those
Oh, no,
void
he already
links don't
lost
do
the lead
anything
from
there.
Yogg.
Those void links are hurting him now. Back in the box 3. Also, he didn't transition to like late game already in box 3. Oh, that's gonna
still
be
half
rough.
Poke's income. This is so huge.
This is so rough.
Chris actually having a good income now as well.
The thing is, Yogg is not gonna income spam. He's just gonna keep on sending like spiders.
We
And
see Wendigos from Pokebunny now, which is probably gonna
Oh
be the
wow.
end.
oh, this is gonna be hurtful.
Yeah, there's no way he can defend those. Probably
I
gonna follow it up with Crypt Fiends and then Griffins. Oh, actually Griffins immediately.
That's 10.
Big Crypt Fiend Griffin from Wong into Pokebunny's maze. Wong might have awoken now his aggressive side.
He's rebuilding right now. Oh, snap.
He's not gonna die from that, but he's very close to dying.
At this point, I mean, just let them through because they're not gonna die anyway.
Yeah, I think Yogg-Naja's priority here is to somehow try to finish Windswept off, because there's no way he survives another 5 minutes against Poke.
This is
I
still
love
gonna be
how-
hard though, because there's scorpions in there, in the back. I like how Yok is trying to kill Windswept
Yeah.
before he dying himself.
I love how Pokebunny has all of the tech discs planted already, because on this tech you have all of the 3 good discs right away, right?
Yeah.
Earth and Frost and Void, and so he gets his entire late game setup already. That's pretty neat.
Yok
Poke
Ninja
already
even
has full
upgrading the
shrooms.
ultimate divine shrooms here. No, actually it's Wong. I was looking on the mouse.
Wait, what?
Wrong maze again.
Oh yeah, Pokebunny has the ultimate divine shroom.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I wonder
Bush
why.
I mean it was a Griffin Sand, and it means that he's only 1 tech away from Crystal now, which is
Yeah.
also a good thing.
There's a send now from Chris.
Yeah.
I think he needs some crystals, right?
Yeah, I just
Or
wanted
like
to say
some
that.
Grave Diggers. It's both fine.
So he has a lot of Leviathans, which I like a lot.
I would appreciate a
But-
little bit more slows in Moon's
Yeah, he
Maze.
needs some armor penetration there.
At this stage, if you choose to
never
hold
mind.
everything with Leviathan, I think the Levitech becomes vulnerable now. So
Big
we
Griffin
might
wave,
get some
big
more
Griffin
leaks.
wave from Chris.
Chris really
And
needs
Wong is
lives.
not ready. Wong is absolutely not ready for this.
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's big.
He does have lives to spare, but that's very big for Chris. Like Chris might get second here from the send.
That's a good send.
Oh yeah, Wong's
He
income
is actually
taking
even an income with Pokemon now, which is huge for him.
it. Yeah.
His maze value does not look too bad either.
That's a huge send in Yog's Maze.
Yeah.
Oh wow, now that's a Griffin wave.
There's no way he has money for Shroom, right?
No, he needs
Yeah,
a
he's-
lot.
he's
He's
dead,
dead.
and- Yeah, that's just it. There's no way. He's like less
He's
than
dead.
half the income of
GG.
GG.
So,
Windswept
Yeah,
also has like he's holding up pretty well, but he needs to
But-
overbuild big time now.
Windswept is in no position to hold a Pokebunny send at this point.
No,
He's
yeah,
probably
Pokemon already starts with that.
yeah.
Windswept
Even
needs
some
to build a
attackers and-
lot right now.
I think Pokebunny will kill Windswept with the Griffin wave on
Yeah.
top, while Windswept tries to hold the ground.
I think Windswept is dying right now. In the next
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Chris actually needs to pay
Not
attention
10
to that.
seconds, but you know what I mean.
Chris has to be ready when Poke gets to him. Oh, that does a lot of.
Yeah, Chris is setting up his Orb Keeper just now, so that is the best timing.
Yeah. I think Windswept is already finished with this.
Oh
wave.
yeah,
Poke-
you see
Poke
the
doesn't
A-bombs.
even have
He,
to-
he's
have to
dead.
send more.
Oh yeah.
It's overkill right now. Extra dead. Super
He's
dead.
gonna steal like 50, but he only needs 13. I think he should have just stopped and maybe sent a few more Griffins instead.
He's just gonna continue that
What the
maze
hell?
into Chris.
Yeah.
What the hell? This is like a 50. This is like overkill at its finest.
That was complete overkill.
Too bad they all died. This would be a great send into Chris now.
He would be at like 200 lives right now if Vincent had more.
To be fair, he can do the exact same.
Yeah.
Ah no,
And Chris is
Chris
very
is
ready
fine.
for Poke. You have to
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
Chris is
absolutely.
ready.
Poke's still sending some abos there.
So the
despite
better
seeing
question
the
is-
Orb Keeper's already up.
Who's gonna end up third?
Oh yeah, this is very interesting. I think Chris is in a better position here, looking at the maze value.
Hmm.
Look at Wong's maze. He has a lot of elemental cores in there, whereas Chris already has the Orb Keepers.
Yeah, Chris is not gonna leak until sudden death, unless Pokebunny makes a big save send with
I-
Voodoo.
I think Poke is gonna build up, right?
Yeah.
I don't see a reason for Poke to be aggressive now
Yeah,
until sudden death.
at this point, Poke should just focus on finishing his maze and income spamming.
That means Chris might get down on one. Chris
Yeah.
is sending a lot of behemoths. This is a committed send.
Yep.
Even
is
Warbeast
the
now.
Warbeast in there. Let's go.
Yeah, this is gonna
And
be dangerous for
This is the
I-
big center.
Wong might be dead. He has 0 Orb Keepers.
Oh my god, where are the Orb Keepers? Also, there are some MGs in there.
The thing is, Wong has 0 Orb Keepers, but Chris sent mostly units that are good against Orb Keepers,
I
which
think-
makes his send a little worse.
I think Wung is dead here.
Yeah, It looks like Wong is dead.
Now the big Griffin wave, he doesn't have. Oh yes.
This is huge. The
This is
typical
very good for
Christian.
Chris. He might have a shot at Poke here.
That's
He has to exchange his front still.
all,
there's-
even
There's Frost Worm
Worms.
from
Frost
Wong,
Worms.
from
He is
Chris
committed to
even.
kill him. He's dead.
Ah,
Wow.
Oh.
I mean, now those Frost Worms are getting into the Poke maze.
great
I think
offense from Cruris.
those Frost Worm, he wanted to make sure to get second, but it took the opportunity of him to get first.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, the income.
He should have just been confident enough to make it without them.
He's still getting a lot of lives from Chris with those, from Poke with those.
Oh yeah.
So will we see some Phoenix plays here?
Pokemon never has the shrooms ready.
Chris absolutely does have to get his run ready.
I think it's gonna be an MG Phoenix play here.
Poke is so far ahead in the count.
Yeah, Chris's front is not ready.
I think Chris has to Phoenix poke here. The only option. 800k difference is like way too big. Hey, what's up, Green Ghost? Leave me playing something else than Vampires and Fire? It's Green Ghost. Yeah. I play most likely when I play it's Line Tower Wars. Right now.
Then kill him with Redder probably. There's no reason for Poke to risk anything.
I
here.
think Chris has to attack Poke right
Chris
now.
absolutely has to attack
It's
those.
right now. It's like the best
Yeah.
time.
Sending Phoenix now.
Free Phoenix. It's the
And
only way.
maybe even
And it's
get
already
some
Poke
right
Phoenix
side.
first. So
Uh-oh.
It has to be a Phoenix against Phoenix attack.
And-
The choke is open in Poke's.
Well, Pokey with 4 Phoenix already. That's pretty GG.
Go Chris, attack.
Oh, Chris wants to stack him. That's also good.
No,
And
no.
Pokemon is not watching. Oh, now he's watching.
Ah,
It's
the
late.
choke is open, sir. Not there. Ah.
he's
Chris.
going to. That's a very
Pokemon
big
is
mistake
not
from
microing
Pokemon
his Phoenix
actually.
actually.
Poke.
Okay,
Poke
okay. That's a
absolutely
chance.
missed building the shroom here. This
Okay.
is a good play from
Okay,
Chris.
albums
Yes,
now. and
yes,
he can
yes.
get.
If Chris
Okay.
keeps it open, he might win now.
He needs MGs in there right now.
Lol.
The Phoenix are
Look.
melting though.
He needs
Look
MGs in
at
there.
those A bombs.
Okay, okay. Can he upset it?
Wow.
That would be
Now
so
Oh,
risky.
wow.
That could be it. That could be it.
This could be it.
I think Poke is slow.
What?
This
Is
could
that
be
50?
it.
I don't think that's 50 though.
He needs. Where are the
Okay,
MGs?
Chris Mace is already dead.
One more
Rebuilding.
Phoenix. Come on. Ah, he's too late. Nah, he's too late. Or is he?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
too late
that's
now.
not gonna be 30, right?
No, he needs some frost
Whoa.
rims. The only way.
Very,
But he
very,
made-
very close. Very, very good.
Yeah.
Very good attack from Chris. It will not work out, as Pokemon is getting lives back now, and it says Chris Mace does.
No, it's
Chris
late.
Mace is
Yeah,
just dead.
Chris Mace
Great
is dead.
execution though. He
Oh,
made
that was a big
Pokemon
blunder
really
from Pokemon.
sweat.
He did not build a shroom in the important spot. So he almost lost it from that.
Ooh,
But
that
now
was close.
He's
yeah.
pretty much safe now. Yeah. There's no way that Chris is getting through that choke again.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's over. That was a very good attempt, though.
Yeah, it was a super.
Oh, that
Good
was the
attempt.
best thing he could do, and he did it great.
Yeah. Yes, he's selling his mace now.
Yeah, it's
Really
over.
made him sweat.
That was very close.
Very good attempt from. I do think that Poke Bunny should have seen that coming though. I think that was a very big oversight from Poke in a game that he should have won 100%, and he was very close to losing it.
If it were Coffee, I think Poke would have lost that game.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, Chris did. I do think that Chris did it pretty much perfectly there. So
Yeah.
he just he got so many animations through.
So I think this is the game of the third game, but decides who's gonna end up third, right? Or like second between Chris and
Yeah, it's gonna
Wong.
be between Chris and Wong,
Man, Wong and Silver in lower bracket. It's gonna be like
and it's also gonna be between Winsford and Joknaja. Both
Yeah,
of them
yeah,
should
yeah.
have 2 points right now, right?
Exactly. I'm just making it up.
So
I feel like we
decent
can.
game from Windswept here, holding Yognaja until he was just overwhelmed by Poke Money. But
So now we have Pokebunny in first spot with 20 points. Then we have Wong and Chris tied for second with 10 points each. And then we have Wind and Yok tied for fourth with 2 points each. So it's actually still very interesting. And Pokebunny is pretty much guaranteed the winner.
and we are also guaranteed to not have a tie.
Mhm.
So the last game will just decide on everything except Poke Bunny winning,
Oh, that was so
because
close.
that is already the case.
That was such a good
Yep.
attempt by Chris, man.
Yeah,
I'm so sad
great
about it.
play. I hope we get a bad tech now. Levy was pretty straightforward. Maybe something like Jaina would be nice.
I mean, we did see 3 out of the 5 players die before sudden death.
That's right.
So, even if Levy is considered a decent tech, there was a lot of action in this game.
Yeah. There is this window for Levy where it's actually pretty vulnerable. I think if
Wonderful. How are you? I'm doing great. How about you, Gringos? Long time no see. Did you try Vampires on Fire? I think what's called. Oh, can I unban you, Mr. Coffee? Unban Coffee Ninja. What's the command? Untimeout. Untimeout. Okay, outtime. Untimeout you. Doing great. Haven't played Warcraft 3 since you developed the map. I think, by the way, K4 the current developer in Vampires on Fire. You could try it out. He did some very big macro implements. It's like very different now to how it used to be. I could probably try it out. Like, I probably should try out. Let's call it like that.
except for maybe the coffee version of doing the, crystal only with some Reaper and Jaina can also hold.
Can't be bothered. I see.
With Levy only, I'm really not too sure, honestly.
I've done it in the past.
Okay. But did
you
you
have a pretty
ever
complex
have...
tower. The argument there is that you do not want to tech into Orbkeeper because you don't have any of the other techs you need for it.
Yeah,
at
it's
this point.
far away. That makes sense.
Um,
But did you ever
and-
have to...
Yeah, I'm also playing this tournament. I will play probably next Thursday or Friday. Depends when we found a time. Like currently it's like the D group we played yesterday. Like yesterday was the B group. And by groups will be played out what's called Friday or Thursday. Thursday or Friday.
so the Orbkeeper are gonna be efficient even if you need a lot of techs for them.
Yeah, many times I just get the 10k and then chill until I see that there's a big offense coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you win? I think I have like underdog chances. We'll see how good I will do. I'm probably like the second or third favorite in my group. So basically the Chris spot. But it really depends on the position. But my group is pretty defensive. So there's not a lot of actions coming. So it's gonna decide how in which position I am. And it really depends on the tech. If I get like a good tech, I have a chance. If I get like a bad tech, it's gonna be rough. We'll see. Chris said comments, I'll get water. I see. But don't get your like hopes up. We'll see. I can't promise. But I think I can get out of by groups. I will not end up 5th. That's a very interesting name. Why 5-player format instead of 8? Because when you have too many players, this game is gonna cause FPS issues. So people with like a weak PC gonna lag. So that's why it's decided to be 5 players. And usually, and 5 players is a very good dynamic because then you have like not the typical aggressive into defensive into aggressive into defensive format. So this is probably the best out of both worlds. So it's with 5 players, it's gonna add like some uncertainty dynamic into it, and it's better than 4 players. But usually I do not like. I'm like a proponent right now of like 1v1 tournament because then skill matters way more compared to like 5 players, because 5 players it's still like deciding between which position you get gives you like an advantage. So I would say the best format would be a 1v1 tournament, and the second best we have right now is like this free-for-all thing. So will we see a third game where Poke wins?
1 second, I'm eating.
I see.
So with how good Poke has been playing this in this group, I do think that he will the third one as well. He
Yeah.
will win this third one. We did see Wong playing pretty solidly in the first game, I think. In the second game, not so much. Not too bad, but he got caught off guard there by Chris a lot. To answer the chat question, why 5-player format instead of 8? 8 players would just lag a lot. So once you get to the end game with 8 players and all of the 8 players are alive, or like at least 5 players are alive, then some people are just gonna be at like 2 FPS for 3 minutes straight, and it's completely unplayable. So 5 players is pretty much the maximum you can do for a tournament in Line Tower Wars.
Well, if you have 5 NASA computers, maybe you can do 8.
Yeah, maybe. But even then, you wouldn't want to be some of the other players be in a disadvantage, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm pretty sure, for example, if there was an 8-player tournament, someone like Silverthorn would probably not even sign up for that because he would know that it's pretty pointless.
Well, it kind of depends if you add like some randoms in it and they all die.
Yeah, then they're gonna die, right? But then it's gonna be a highly position-based thing.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
if you don't get any free lives from your position, then you will probably just not have a chance.
We used to have
Um,
8 to 10 player in-houses with Maldo, but I think back then it was like full aggression, right? And nobody was playing till SD.
Yeah, if it's like an 8-player in-house with Vault, then good luck in tier 3. Then I think even I would lag.
I think-
I have a pretty good setup.
I think you could do like a 10 player in-house when everyone has like 10 lives.
Yeah, that would be. I mean, that would be a bit random, right? But still.
It would work,
So
but
the-
then it would be like very defensive, right? So it's kind of
starting?
boring, I would say.
You will see people drop out at the sheep stage, especially me.
I think everyone will overbuild sheeps, right? When that happens.
We did not actually talk about Podgrabbit's win yesterday. Did you expect to win this group and even like 3-0 basically the group with three first places? I don't think you did expect this, right?
I definitely didn't expect it, but I thought I can make a decent second, or perhaps even first. Like looking at the groups, I knew I can defeat anybody. It's just not likely because
Yeah, it was
3
not a-
players are also likely to defeat me.
It was such a wild group with TV in there as well in the 4th seed.
Mhm. I think what helped a lot is that Silver had some issues with his PC. In
Yeah.
game 1, for sure, I could feel it, like he was falling behind. Where I have the new PC now, so before that I had the same syndrome as Silver.
Yeah.
But now I could always set up throughout the entire tier 3.
Yeah.
And even when I then gapped the income a little, it means that I was pretty ready for the sudden death. I think that actually played a big impact. That I
Yeah,
had
that-
no
that's
more
obvious, that-
FPS drops.
That's what we have been saying on stream, right? That you just were the fastest with Mace Transition, and you just had across all 3 games, you just had the best end games. And end games yesterday were a lot more important than today.
Yeah. And also that Jasonek and Silver were always, like Jasonek sending into Silver
Yeah.
was also helping me. And I think the techs were also kind of good for me. Except for Moonbeam, I'm not super good, but I was glad to have NVNN as a sender there. So
I think
it
you had decent positions as well, but not quite like the easy win positions either. So
Well, if you have a position far away from Jason, then you have a good position, right?
Yeah, I was very glad, but I think
Oh.
it's a lot of factors that had to be right there, of course.
I didn't even see what tech we were.
It's-
what tech we
it's-
rolled this.
It's shrooms. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, it's okay.
Shrooms!
This
Oi,
is gonna
oi,
be
oi.
interesting.
I
And
think
wait, we have
I think Wung is in a very good position here.
yes, and this time Pokebunny
absolutely.
might struggle with Chris,
Yeah.
depending on how much Yok is income spamming. And I think Yok is income spamming a lot because he don't want to drop out first.
Well, we see.
So
We see. I'm very
if
curious about
Pokemon
this.
manages to win this game, then he certainly, really, absolutely deserves this win because
Definitely.
he has been in decent position so far. But this certainly is one of the worst positions he could get.
Yeah,
I'm very curious.
Maybe Yoknaja is sending very hard into Chris. We have seen that before.
I'm
And
very
they might-
curious if Wung can play Shroom though. I'm not sure if he's very familiar with this tech.
Ooh, Chris getting 5 lives in poke here is actually huge. 6 lives even.
Yeah.
I'm curious if Poke can make it to SD in this position.
He is sending into Wong though, so this is a big thing.
This is probably the best position for Chris and Wung.
Yeah, I'm not sure how. It's very hard to tell because Yoknaja sending in both of the other games has
Yeah, that's
been
true.
super aggressive.
But also, as Pot said, Yok is playing to not get out of the tournament, right?
Yeah, we don't know if he is right. So
Well, we see.
it could. I mean, that's what I would do, right? But I'm not
Yok
sure
is
if that is
definitely
what-
having a big spider wave in his mace already to deal with.
I can see just how little value Windswept currently is.
Yeah.
What the heck is this?
Oh wow, he just leaked
Well-
like 12.
He has like
Yeah.
200 value.
Perhaps Windswept is switching up the strategy a little.
He's playing very
No more
aggressive.
income drips.
Windswept's like, no more defensive play. I just go
Yeah.
full offense.
Well, one thing is that you have to get a lot of weird towers, or like the carvers and the maulers with this tech.
When Poke
You have to
ends
get
up
more
5th and Chris wins this game, both will have 20 points, right?
Yes.
Yes, then yes.
I don't think that Poke will die first here.
No,
I really don't.
but he might die eventually.
Yeah, it is very
But-
possible that he's not gonna make it to sudden death.
It's a very
With the
interesting
tech-
dynamic from Barbecue, what
If,
he
like,
mentioned.
A pretty important stage with Shroom will be mid tier 3 with the Wendigo stage. Because Shroom just does not have an answer for Wendigos at all, even if you have already attacked 4 times.
But the good thing
Um,
is, Windswept doesn't know that he's attacking Yogg.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if Windswept manages to take out Yogg, then he's getting 4th and he's going to the losers bracket.
What do
And
you
Yogg
guys
just has to
think?
hold on.
What do you guys think about the 10k, you know, water elemental?
You have to build it with this tech.
Yeah. I
But-
do think that you even have to build Hurricanes at some point as a DPS
Okay.
tower. Because
Right.
the tech path with Shroom, in my opinion, optimal tech path with Shroom is going into Crystal first and spreading some ice discs and some 800 ice as well throughout your maze. And then immediately going into Orbkeeper
Yeah.
to have an answer for Wendigo.
So you have
And-
Hurricane.
Then you have Hurricane as well, and you don't have a DPS tower like something like Gravedigger or Vault yet. And you just build, you just have to build Hurricanes instead. Then
Okay.
they are also very good against
Um,
Griffins, obviously, but you already have Shroom, so whatever.
And what is your answer to A bombs?
or
Lich-
Keepers
Lich
with
and-
Frost.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Lich and Orbkeepers, basically.
Yeah, probably.
And at some point you will have Gravediggers done.
But what I was more interested in is like the 4k and especially the 10k water tower, because I think they are super bad. Just from my experience, I would rather just go into the standard towers for normal damage.
They are decent against Dragonspawn, but against something like Turtle, they are basically doing nothing.
Yeah.
Well, then you need cannons.
You
right?
do need you do need a Tyranny tower. Ooh, there's a big wave in Windsweep's maze. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of Banshees leaked here.
But
Chris
you
is
wouldn't get.
fairly far
Windsweep
behind
already down to 12.
in income. Will we
He's
see
in
aggressive
income.
Wung the whole game?
Poke is so far ahead in income already.
Oh yeah.
That is
If
so
one,
good for Poke.
if one gets to Yogg early, this might actually be bad for him because it means less pressure on Pokey. Or more pressure on Pokey, I should say.
They're doing some ish. I think this is probably the deck where you have the easiest tier 1 with Vault, like equal to Vault.
Yeah. I actually don't even like what Pokemon is doing there with building the gunners. I think you should just build the holy towers.
Yeah,
Agree.
agreed.
Only much better.
But you can also see that as an emergency upgrade because there was a big shade wave in Pokemon's maze.
To be fair, if you play this tech correctly, there shouldn't be any lives leaked in tier 1. And-
It
and
has a
even tier
very
2.
decent tier 1 and then falls off very quickly.
Also in
The-
like mid tier 2, till like mid tier 2. Then you are
Yeah.
like screwed.
Like the turtle stage is the first very bad stage for,
Yeah.
for this tech.
then you're just screwed.
And we will see which player decides to upgrade their cannon towers, because you will need at least one 25k cannon tower in my opinion,
Probably even
maybe even 2
2.
or 3.
It depends how familiar you are with this tech, right?
Yeah.
Like when you have Silver as an attacker, he's just gonna spam turtles to you.
Pokebunny has to upgrade here. Right. Oh, he might actually hold very smoothly. Those gunners are good against knights, I never thought that.
Yeah, they are pretty decent, but light flies would do the same, so
Yeah.
pretty much doesn't matter. So what I would do against Stag Knights, actually, which is around the stage that we are in right now, is building the 800 waters. They are
Yeah,
very
same.
solid against Stag
Same.
Knights.
I think the 800 water is pretty good. It's just the 4k and 10k I don't like so much.
Yeah.
So I was thinking if I should just have like a big middle box full of 800 water with like the berserker box in front. and
Windswept has
not
3
really
lives, by the
upgrade.
way. He's very close to dying in here. Ooh.
Oh my god.
Living on the
This
edge.
could already be it. This could already be the end of this run here. With the crushers in the back, they are not gonna deal any single target damage.
Yeah, he's not
Like,
familiar with this tech. He's dead.
He's dead. GG, Windswept
GG.
going out, which means Yognaja is going to the losers bracket.
Nice.
He was actually keeping up an income this game, but not defending efficiently enough. And Wong now with a big life lead. Obviously, Pokemon you have the very big income lead.
And super low on mace value. Now
Yeah.
might be the time for Chris to make something happen because Yok is under pressure.
Yeah, a Troll Sand could certainly achieve something right now in Pokemon's maze.
Mm,
And
it
he's sending
depends. Like the light flies, if you upgrade those, they are like very good against trolls.
Yeah,
There's the
but
Troll Wave.
maybe trolls with Wind Riders on top, just so Pokebunny has to get his mace value up.
He is
now
now getting
he-
a lot of light flies in the back, which is very
Mhm.
solid against the Trolls.
And now we get the Wind Riders on top.
Yeah.
And Pokebunny don't have the Berserkers.
So,
So
I think
perhaps
Pokemon
he's-
has to upgrade even a bit more here.
Mhm.
But
I
he
think
is
he's
keeping,
own
he's
the Wind
still
Riders.
being ahead in income there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Poke is
But he will
playing
lose some
very
life
efficient here. He's gonna lose
Ooh,
a
he's
lot of
losing
lives
a lot
here.
of lives here,
Ah.
actually.
Ooh. Reroute.
Yeah, that hurt
Nice,
a
nice.
lot.
It
Nice,
looks like Poke's game to lose and win. If Wang is stonewalling him and Chris sends really hard, he might lose it. Especially on this tech, anything can happen at this stage, I think.
We do see every single one of those players building the Berserker box this time around.
Nice.
Yognaja not having the knowledge of having to build the Crushers in the front. Which good job.
Pokebunny is sending big time into Wang with the Voidwalkers.
Wait,
That's a-
what?
That's
What
a
is
big
this
Voidwalker
tech?
hunt indeed.
Ooh, this is a huge thing.
If those Voidwalkers reach the last box, they are all gonna get through, because there's only archers there. This is a very big send from Pokemon.
But
He's
Wong
probably
is
gonna follow with
responding with like those berserkers.
I think it's too many Voidwalkers.
Yeah, they're gonna get cleaned up for the most part. Yeah, and those Wind Riders,
They don't achieve
Also the
much.
same.
Wong does not have does not have a lot of holy in the back.
I think he can
So
do
holy
some
powers
emergency
is up.
shrooms, right? Just in case he builds too.
He does have some distraction. You can see that the holy lanterns are focusing the Voidwalkers. He's
This is
losing
gonna
some
be
lives
pretty
here.
clean.
Yeah,
is
that
clean
is an
defense.
okay defense from Wong. And Pokemon not that much ahead in the income anymore. However, there's a big wave in this.
I think Poke
Around
will
5.
feel the pressure because he's in such low life.
Yeah.
He has to play even more aggressive in Wong, and getting lights out of Wong is kind of hard when you're desperate
I
on
think
lives.
Pokebunny should not be considered, should not be too concerned with maintaining.
Skogam, Yopio, long time no see. Yeah, true. How about long time no see? How you doing, sir?
A
Whoops.
artillery tower. Let's see if he micros it properly. I would like to see some more 10k water from him, just to hold the Dragon Spawn here.
That looks decent, actually.
Yeah, okay, yeah, never mind. It looks pretty
The
fine.
cannon tower does really well.
Oh, Wong really needs cannons. He's screwed right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
He's very screwed. He's
Wong
not.
doesn't deal any damage to the turtle, and
Oh,
Pokemon
yeah.
knows that.
He has no cannon.
He does have cannon, but they are at 150 gold.
He needs 25k
Well,
ASAP. He's leaking like 20 lives here. Probably even more. The more I see,
Nah,
the more I see, the worse it
He
gets.
does have the Mauler line in the back, which I don't like. Surprise, surprise. But it's gonna take care of the turtles, I guess.
Wong, can you please build cannons? It hurts.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
This is gonna be so close.
Funny.
They also know.
look at Wong's income.
He-
Pokebunny is ripping him
emergency
apart.
cannons.
Yeah.
He built emergency cannons in the back.
And this might have just given the
Oh.
second place to Chris now.
Yeah. The send alone set him so far behind. And it's not very efficient defending
Oh.
here from Wong either with the cannon house in the back. He's
Nah.
gonna clean up those turtles, but it's not very efficient at all.
However, Pokebunny didn't get too many lives.
Yeah,
Because
that is
Wong
important as
stonewalled
well.
so hard. So Chris might still threaten him.
And there is actually Banshees in Poke Bunny's maze.
Oh yeah.
And he actually has to upgrade the shrooms, which is a big investment, and still Turtle's there.
And still Banshee's leaking.
Oh,
And yeah.
Oh, Pokemon, don't like his spot anymore.
Yeah. He's gonna be down to like almost 20 lives now. He's gonna lose 2 more, 3 more, 4
Oh.
more, 20 lives.
exactly 20.
And if now Chris starts to send Geomancers, then Poke Bunny is in big trouble.
Yeah.
Because Geomancers are very hard to defend. I think Geomancers and Vendigo are the 2 hardest units to defend for sure.
Makes sense. The kobolds are so hard.
Yeah. Yop getting some lives for himself.
I would actually get some watchtowers upgraded against the kobolds.
Yeah, that I mean, you usually don't have them because you will have
Doing good. Are you still playing Vampire? Not actively, but I'm looking to play it. Maybe sooner or later. I don't know yet. Who are the other commentators? It's Poke. It's Podgrabbit. He won the group stage of last game. He won the group stage of the last group. And Milo is like my direct competition. Basically, he's in my group. And he's like one of the favorites to win the tournament as well. So yeah.
30,000 in the back are actually doing something as well.
Mhm.
And yeah, Poke's
And
leading the first
Pokebunny
few.
is facing the curse of attacking and defending at the same time.
That's actually super interesting. Wong is not gonna leak those. He's gonna fall behind the income, but he's not gonna leak.
He might leak some Banshees because he has 0.
there-
Oh, now
there's
he gets the
coming.
shroom. Great, great. Oh wow.
Hey.
They're gonna leak couple.
Oh. He's leaking one.
One.
He needs 30k.
Yeah, he's like leaking maybe 5 more or so.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Good
Poke Bunny back
defense.
to 20, but
I'm really not the fan of Wung's backlines, back free lines.
No. Tons of artillery. But he could send everything now and get a huge send into Yok, I don't know. It's time to tech actually. Wong teching first.
It's interesting that Yok still has like archers in box 3.
oh, look in Poke Bunny's maze. The units are getting so far. Poke actually teched power generators first.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have
Hurricane.
hurricanes in a second.
To be fair, I would send way more turtles into Poke's maze.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would just
But
spam those.
there's Crypt Fiends coming right now.
And there is how there are Death Revenants in Pokebunny's maze that are just walking through.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Also
So
the
Poke is gonna
spiders
lose even
aren't
more
really
life here.
caring too much. Poke might die.
He's in big trouble here. He's not gonna quite die from this side.
I don't think he can
but
clean
he's
those
gonna be
spiders,
very,
right?
very low. And he's just not achieving anything in Wong's maze.
Yeah, this is not the setup to hold.
Can Chris win this game?
He's upgrading 25k more or less in the back.
Ooh,
Oh,
Poke
look at
is
those
dead, I'm
spiders.
telling you, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
he's dead. He's
Okay.
dead.
Uh-oh.
So Chris barely missing the first spot here. If Windswap held on a little longer,
Wow.
Pokebunny, then Pokebunny would have.
I think still Poke would go through first because he won twice, right?
Yeah, sure, but they would still be even in points, which would have been
Yeah.
great thing for Chris. And now we can see the first Vendigos come from Yoknaja actually.
Oh yes.
This
And
is
from-
gonna be trouble for Chris here.
Chris at the same time sending Wendigo into Wong's maze. But Wong is a bit better
Yeah.
prepared. Not much
I
better.
don't think that Wong is prepared at all actually. against
No,
the-
you're right.
Still, Chris has a 100k lead over Wong here, right? So this is Chris' game to lose.
Yeah, I also think it's up to Chris.
And Yoknaja actually playing a role in this game as well with the
Yeah, he
big
played
income.
really
Not many
well.
lives, but big income.
I mean, he never had any free lives.
Yeah.
So he's doing best with what he has. Actually, I think Yoknaja, was that him who played Crystal a lot?
Yes.
This certainly helps him with the Shroom tech also, I think.
I can see everyone is going to Wendigo spam right now.
Hmm.
I would just Wendigo spam.
Oh, they are rerouting in Chris's maze.
Oh yeah.
And then there's no talk. Right? You don't have
Uh,
to say it.
I think the reroute doesn't even matter because they're not gonna die anyway.
That's true.
Oh, big Griffin send now from Chris.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, there's so much
The
aggression,
literal
man.
only take that is the strongest against. But he has
I,
Darkblade now.
to be fair, the Griffins got fruit.
Yeah, he was a bit slow on that, so actually he did get a lot of lives there, which
May-
should not happen with this tech.
no.
Can we?
And look at those Wendigos. They are basically at 95% health in the last box.
Is
The
there a
life
way
stuff.
that Yok ends up in upper bracket? No, right? If he wins this?
If he wins
No.
now, let me
No,
think.
no. There's no way.
Third,
Okay, there's no
14.
way.
Not possible.
No,
Okay.
not possible. Unfortunately. But the game looks pretty open now. Like Wang is down in income, but theoretically Yok could still take it.
I think all of those players should have just kept on with the Wendigos sense because nothing in either maze. Okay, Yoknaja now has the Orb Keeper.
Yeah, Yok's mace is ready for Wendigo.
But look at Wong's maze. What is he gonna do against Wendigo? They are all
Nothing.
gonna leak. And I
He has
think Chris
so
just
much
realized
value
that.
in Maulers.
Ah well, he's got so many maulers that they cut down the arbor from the Wendigos.
Well, yeah, now he
Now-
has Grave Diggers. Probably.
And there's even abomination coming from Chris now. I
Wong
think
is
just-
so
just
far
send even
behind.
more- I
Wong
still
is
think
over
just
defending
send-
so much.
he
And
does
he
set-
still
take
might
away
not
from
hold actually. Because he doesn't have Gravedigger yet, he needs to take even more. Like
I think-
the Black Fanatics are bad.
I think Coffee could be right. It could be Yok's game to win here. It really depends.
It
Yeah,
would
he
be
has
a
to be
great
aggressive.
upset.
He has to be more aggressive towards Chris though. Chris
Oh,
is still
the-
not very prepared for a Mass Wendigo.
The A-bombs are all going through at Wang's mace, even though he has 5 million mace value.
Yeah, Wong's defending was just not very efficient this game.
Also, it really looks like that Wong might ending up in lower bracket. On how it looks like right now. So it's gonna be a very thick lower bracket, right? With Wong and Silva in there.
It's like Chris is going to the upper bracket.
I'm currently
Wong and
predicting
Silver
it.
both in the lower bracket. Oh my god.
I'm just seeing like 90 lives, 50 lives, you know? And I see like
Mhm.
200k difference. I'm just predicting, not saying it will happen, but it really looks like that Wong could end up in lower bracket.
I wanna see a late game from Yok, because he got some qualities there in tier 4.
That's true.
Would be very interesting in a showdown against Chris.
Wong only right now starts to build upkeepers. Also,
Is
his
that-
spec is. Oh.
Yeah, Wang is a bit late on the Orb Keeper front,
Wong is late on everything currently,
Uh.
as it looks like.
but the mace value is up. He should sell those artillery towers for God's sake.
Wait, don't you like cannons in the back?
Mm,
Pogba indeed did have decent practice with this tech, but yeah, the position was super hard for Poke here.
oh yeah.
Wong
Oh,
just
yeah.
hard defending with those very inefficient artillery towers in the back, but it did get the job done. And not getting any lives back. While Chris is standing very aggressively into him.
There's a grass sand in Gris maze right now.
But he
Yeah.
still did secure the first spot, so
Chris up to
There's
9
that.
million mace value. So he wants to not leak anything here. Might be smart choice.
yeah, and he is pretty set up with income as well, so
Yeah.
Could we see
Doesn't
an
hurt
early
much.
MG play from Chris?
I would not do this because Wang is low on income.
I think that would be the safest way to win for Chris would be to just turtle up until the end game and make sure your mace is ready, which it already almost is. Like
Yeah.
he has the vaults in the back, he has Gravediggers, he has some
Front
witches,
also.
he is currently preparing his front. He actually has the water already in the correct positions, at least partially.
I think there will be zero aggression from Wong for the rest of the game, right?
Yok is playing a unique mace shape there. Have you guys seen this before?
I know his maze, so
Oh, okay.
I know his maze, how it looks like.
How do you like it?
Mm,
Is he gonna get transition out of that?
it's a decent maze. It has a lot of like, he's gonna build a lot of crystals on the left, on the right side, where
I
the
would
liches are.
definitely attack it with Phoenix.
I don't think you accomplish a lot of stuff there because it's not.
I mean, yeah, in an FFA situation,
Mm.
I think you can just send Shredder against this. This
Yeah.
doesn't
Oh,
look
fair enough.
more or less efficient against Shredder than the competitive normal maze.
It doesn't look too bad either, though.
There's gonna be there's Griffins in Yogg-Naja's maze, but he just upgrades the shrooms and will not have any trouble defending those. He does have to do some upgrades to defend those Crypt Fiends,
So far it
but
looks
they are so
like
low on life. that probably
Chris
not
is
gonna
super prepared already.
help. Yeah, Chris
Yogg
already preparing the fire even very early on. His front
Ah,
looks
nice,
great.
nice.
Wung's maze is like super underdeveloped right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you see the
That
Gravediggers?
looks very bad.
I mean,
There's a
gonna hold.
Chris special in Wung's maze right now. Let's see.
oh, is that the
That's the finishing blow
War
again.
Beast sent?
The Chris special, yes. I think Wung is gonna lose a lot of lives still here because he's just transitioning out of water in here. Also, his water coverage is not. I mean, his frost coverage is not the best.
No, it's way too little liches. At first I thought that Chris
He's
had
gonna
sent the
leak.
War Beast, but it's just Wang who has bats. Oh, now he sent the War Beast. Okay.
At least he has orb keepers.
Wang
in
is
this game.
actually holding decently. I think that was a bad move from Chris. It just dipped his income.
Not for too much though, and he got some lives at least.
Yeah.
But
And-
he did not need to steal more lives.
And right now it looks like Wung is gonna be in
Yeah.
desperate. He has to send.
looking at Wong's maze, Chris is probably gonna finish him off with his first trash
Yeah.
and either way.
Chris should finish his maze. There's no need to be aggressive right now.
I mean, it depends. Like you don't. I mean, maybe you don't wanna give Wong time to get a send in. Maybe you do wanna do that.
I
to
think
steal more
Yogg
lives
might
from him.
win this.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chris is building aggressively. So Yogg is
Wong's
gonna
starting the
build
Shredder
up.
send first. And
Wang
yeah.
starts the early shredders.
It's also in Chris' maze. I mean, Wung is also sure wave right
Yeah.
now.
So we have.
But-
I think Chris started first by a little, and then
Oh.
was Wong.
The problem is
then-
Yogg does not have a single disc up. It looks like.
Yeah, look at Wung's maze. There's nothing.
Nah.
I think I think Wung is dead.
It would be bad
Yeah,
for
Wong
Chris
is-
if
Wong
Wong
is
is
actually-
dead
Wong is-
before his
Wong
send
is super
gets
dead.
something.
He doesn't even have sludge.
There's
Yeah.
nothing. He's dead.
Look at those shredders. They are
Wong is
so
dead.
fast.
Oh, I hope Yogg
Oh.
finishes his maze. He has some holds still, but then he might actually win.
So now the question is,
They're about even on maze value. Now Chris has invested a lot, so Chris is not gonna send. Now Yogg is sending. I think that's bad for Yogg, honestly. Because Chris is almost perfectly prepared. Yogg should run